Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera. So in this video, I will explain on the topic centralized air conditioning system, whereby you need to complete the lab activities and discuss amongst your group members. So I will share the lab handout. So basically, this lab handout has been shared in your Microsoft Teams. Okay, so hopefully every group can retrieve the handout and discuss among your group member. So as usual, you need to appoint a group leader in order to in charge the group work, okay, so that you can complete the that report within the given time frame. Okay, so this is the lab handout, title Centralized Water Cool System. Basically, we know that in a building, to provide comfortness to building occupant, one of the system that can be installed is air conditioning system. So air conditioning system can be classified into two. The first one is the localized unit, okay, whereby it can be classified into two common types, which is split unit and also window unit. Okay, so the second types of air conditioning system is centralized system. So basically, centralized system is a system um, which suitable to supply the coolness to a huge building. Okay, for example, in UITM, okay, as we go down, okay, the design of the ecosystem is combining these two. Okay, that is localized system and also centralized system. For example, to give you the installation of a centralized system is at the Dewan Kuliah building, as well as the DP, Dewan Peperiksaan 1234. So basically, beside the facilities building, they have one block of building which consists of the chiller and also the cooling tower. And for each level at that particular Al-Khwarizmi building, okay, we have the AHU room, air handling unit room. So meaning to say that this centralized system is being controlled in a by a control is main controller, which is located at the bangunan, what we call it, the facility unit. Okay, so there is a room. Okay, so in the room they have a controller to control this centralized system. Meaning to say that every morning at 7:30 a.m., for example, okay, it will automatically switch on the air conditioning system for the DP, DK, okay, the library, okay, the PTDI, and few laboratory at faculties and so forth. Alright, so meaning to say that they have one control room or control this system. Okay, and bear in mind for the centralized water cool system, okay, centralized air conditioning system, right? It comprises of these three main separate devices, okay, separate, whereby this AHU air handling unit, okay, the chiller and also the cooling tower, okay, it combine or integrate to form a centralized air conditioning system. So meaning to say that the configuration of the system it make the centralized um, air conditioning system work properly, right? So example of a localized system, okay, is been installed in the lecturer's room. Okay, so basically the horsepower is 1 horsepower, 1.5 horsepower. So it is only function when the occupant, the building occupant enter the room and switch on and off the unit. Okay, so that is the system overall. Right. So back to this handout. Alright, so what you need to do basically by conducting the activities of this lab. Okay, so perhaps each student will try to explore more on the system. Okay, so in order to achieve the objective, so hopefully at the end of the session, students are able to understand the process of heat transfer, okay, in the centralized air conditioning system. Okay, so basically when we talk about heat transfer, the heat transfer meaning to say that you want to reject we want to reject the heat in indoor, okay, in the building, okay, to the atmosphere or to the outside. Okay, so what means or medium that can help to transfer the heat? Okay, so basically aircon system. Okay, so aircon system. Okay. So next, explain the function and basic operation of air handling unit, chiller, and also cooling tower. Okay, so you need to be able to address what is air handling unit, the location to install this air handling unit. Okay, chiller, what is the component, the main component to form a chiller. Okay, so what is the process involving, okay, in the chiller itself. Okay, next is cooling tower. So cooling tower basically is we make it outside, okay, outdoor. Okay, so what are the main components which need to be used to assemble this cooling tower? So I've been assist or aid the this we call it to explain this or these three components. Okay, these three devices or system in the Microsoft Teams. So you can watch the YouTube which I attached in the Microsoft Teams in order to get more information on this particular system. And to integrate the operation of these three components or these three separate systems to form a centralized air conditioning system in a building. So how the heat is being transferred from the air handling unit to the chiller. So and from the chiller, how the heat is being transferred to cooling tower before the cooling tower reject the heat to the atmosphere. So hopefully you can understand this concept of that particular heat transfer. Okay, so this one is you can read by your own. Okay, so how to conduct these activities? Okay, basically you need to study on the centralized water cool system used in Malaysia. So that's why I attached a few videos. Okay, so you need to watch, okay, in your group. So maybe you can watch together or the video can separate the tasks. Okay, and each one of you try to watch and try to understand the content of the video, yet you come sit down, brainstorm and explain to other friends. So hopefully by doing that, all of you the group can understand the overall content or the overall concept of air conditioning system centralized. Okay, so we only focusing on the water cool system. Basically, in general, there are two. Okay, air cool system and also water-cooled system. When we talk about air and water, basically this is the medium, okay, medium used to hold the condenser. Okay, the condenser. Okay, either you use the air blower, whereby you need to install the fan, okay, by using fan, mechanical fan, and medium to cool the condenser by using the water. Okay, air. Menggunakan air untuk menyedutkan condenser while when the process of releasing the heat or warm air to the atmosphere. Okay, so now we are focusing on the water. Okay, the water, right? So basically, the importance of knowing main component, okay, of in whatever system, okay, and whatever mechanical system which has been installed in the building, right? Because when you know the main component, when you know the basic function of each main component, so that you can try to connect or integrate, okay, the component. At the end of the day, it built a, a system, because a system is a combination of this main component. Okay, so the idea is that. So once you know the main component, the function, basically you can relate on how to maintain the system or the main component to prevent any defect, any damage. So that is the idea. Okay. So when you go through the reading and also watching the video, okay, you try to understand, you try to make your own footnote, okay, try to sketch your mind maps and whatsoever to help you understand the content, okay, meaning that you are trying to record, okay, the information in your own style. But for the purpose of the report, you need to tabulate all the information and data gathered in a proper table or diagram. So you need to choose, okay, to choose which information you want to include in your lab report. If let's say you need to attach any figures, diagram or pictures, make sure your attachment is clean and clear, right? So for the result analysis and conclusion, so these are the information or the data that you need to include. Okay, basically when you watch the video at the same time you are trying to understand and you are preparing your notes. Okay, so that is data gathered, the process of or method to tap the information from the medium. Okay, so you select the information that you want to put in your report, right? Okay, so what need to be included? So as your result, okay, so you need to find out this one, the diagram of the basic operation system of the centralized aircon system. So basically, it will include these three water cycle. Okay, the refrigerant cycle which occurred in the chiller. Okay, chill water cycle and also condenser water cycle, whereby this happen between chiller and also the cooling tower. So the piping, okay, the piping, how the heat is being transferred throughout the convection, okay, convection mechanism. Okay, so if you want to know more about the mechanism of the heat transfer, you can Google the convection. Okay, basically, this is the terms used. Okay, how the heat is being transferred from one medium to another medium without net, okay, without mix. Okay, we know that in chiller, the medium used is refrigerant. So that is a refrigerant cycle include. But in cooling tower, there is a water cycle or water cycle. Okay, so how the heat is being transferred from the refrigerant to the water in the piping of the cooling tower. So hopefully you can understand on that particular part. Same goes to the air handling unit water cycle. Okay, so how the heat is being transferred from the air handling unit piping system, okay, to the refrigerant. Okay. Basically, we know that the evaporator in chiller there are three components. Sorry, there are four main components. Which evaporator, compressor, uh, condenser, and also the expansion pump. So evaporator, the main function is to absorb heat. So in this particular context of discussion, okay, evaporator in the chiller will absorb heat from the AHU piping system. Okay, so or we know as the conduct, the ducting and so forth. So the details you can refer to the video chat, right? So hopefully by illustrating the diagram, you can differentiate, okay, the three main cycles in the system, right? To identify the main component in chiller and its function, as I mentioned, there are four. So the basic function is the same, okay? And the last one, please include the maintenance activities of cooling tower, specifically the cooling tower. So identify the component in the cooling tower. So what is the maintenance activities can be conducted to ensure the system is always in a good condition. So I do believe that I've been attached the video which related to the content that that the lab handout required. Okay, so come out with your report outline. Make sure you write what you want to include in that particular section so that I can check and later on you can arrive smoothly. Alright? So if you have any problem related to the topic, you can post at the general post. So I will respond. Okay. And also group leader, please make sure the work as a team. Okay. And make sure you lead your group properly, efficiently, okay, and show or share the outline, okay, the report outline. Perhaps after 30 minutes, you conduct your discussion amongst your group members, right? So I think that's all. Thank you.